Now I'm on you. Great win obviously helps. Quick turnaround. This is the kind of one where you don't want to play for a while. But we'll have a quick turnaround. Middle Tennessee coming in here. Awfully good team. Back-to-back best teams in the league. This was a great start. We just got a lot of work ahead of us. Get ready for Middle Tennessee. Again, we fooled them with the game plan. I know they worked against our offense all the time. They forgot about our lethal defense. And it was spectacular tonight. Dean Penova was huge inside, and just his length and size. And, you know, what a great kid. I can't be happier. And then John controlled the game going down the end and had a big game for us. And a night where we didn't really shoot the ball real well like we normally do. Came out with a big win.
Dean gave you credit for that play in the first half where he got onto the ball and went for the slam dunk.
Yeah, right.
He gave you all the credit.
I tell you what, well, it was my play. But you know, I've never made a basket all year. I tried one going out on one half and I missed it, so I quit shooting. But you know, it's all about players. You know, I will take credit for that first dunk, first play.
That was what you worked on your first
play.
You
saw that one in the practice.
How often does that work? You know?
What?
How often does that work for you guys? You know?
1 for 1 right now.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it right there.
It's two for the season. It's 2 for the season.
Yeah, 2 for the season.
If you're taking credit for the first play of the game, or are you taking credit for the first play of the second half?
I'll see, there's false media. Fake media. See? I really can't remember what happened.
5 seconds
It
call.
wasn't good, obviously. It
5
wasn't
seconds call.
good. Oh, no, that was, I think of Scott whispered something in my ear. I don't know. You know, again, you're right. It's all about players. We missed that. We botched that one totally. One, CJ didn't line up in the right spot. Maybe it's my fault. You know, my dad always told me I threw a ball to, I remember his name, Roy Kennedy. And we were playing Beckley. And I threw him the ball, and it was the last second shot, and I was supposed to take it. But I got in there, 3 guys collapsed, and I threw it, and it went right between his legs, hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it. And I went home and going, "Hey, Roy." My dad looked at me, "Didn't you know who you were throwing it to?" Had a point. Maybe it was too hard for that player. Been good for some others, too hard for him. So, you know, it's always, you never, and that's I think I've learned that more, especially when I went in the NBA. You never point out, you always point back. So, you're right, I screwed that play up. Daggone media type.
You joked about the defense.
It's okay, Doug.
You joked about the defense. You joked about the defense.
I'm not joking about that defense.
Well,
that defense was lethal.
And also,
I want you to say that.
I wrote it right
not
there.
that there's no D in
Says right
Tony.
there.
I don't want to hear that.
along with that, Luke goes over, right?
Yeah. Look, we didn't shoot the ball well. And they were good shots, too. Stevie was struggling. His back was messing up on him. And that's why I didn't put him back in. But CJ was playing well, playing very hard. He got into the guards. And you got a big, it's got length down inside. I mean, it's hard to play defense without length in the inside. And we didn't have anybody really with any length stepping up until tonight. And Penova. I almost put Millen in there, you know, to see if, because he's been playing well in practice too. And length, and then you got CJ out into him like a, you know, tiger, a little tiger cub, and you know, defense, you know, I become a coaching genius, you know, but actually it's Penova's length and CJ getting into people. You know, it tickled me to death how, you know, quick everybody wants to give credit to coaches when they win, and then how quicker they give credit for losing, but and not doing something right. Doug. But but you know, I'm a real happy camper when I win. It's really funny.
It's like Dirk Williams gets his and gets more than his, but the rest of the team shoots 25%. I mean,
well, we did a nice job. They heard us with Lee popping back at in UAB, and they would pick, and then he would pop back, and we went to and we worked on a little bit of practice, going to a full rotation, getting our guard over there, and we did a great job. We got over there. I mean, really over there, and cut that off, and that kind of slowed him down. Then when he went inside, he had Penova. and you try that little fade, now Pinnacle doesn't have to get, just a little bit of air under his feet a little bit, and it's hard to go over him. He's 7'2" reach, so it's tough to get over him when he does that.
You would, Middle Tennessee's coming in, that's gonna be a big game for you.
Thanks a lot. I was enjoying this game. Now we're already into the next one. I'll tell you what, we'll worry about that tomorrow, but you're right. Middle's a well-coached team. I love the way Kermit coaches and how hard they play. They are a determined bunch, and we just have to come out here and do the same. But the last time they came here, and I don't want to say it too loud, I think we took them out pretty quick. This year, I think that's right. Am I right? Yeah, we beat them first game last year by about 20. So, we'll see. We're a good team, and we can border on a great team when we're really shooting the ball extremely well. But we have to play at an extremely high percentage of performance because until tonight, we don't have length. You don't have the physical guards, and excuse me, all of our stuff comes on execution. And if we don't execute right and that ball's not moving, there's not enough energy on the floor. We're ordinary. But when we get that energy going, and if we can maintain the length that we showed tonight, then we're going to become a very good team.
Looks like as you got going in the game, Taylor, Elmore just went in there and, looked like to see if they could draw some contact, and they fouled.
Well, we slowed down. That's basically what we're trying to do. I try to judge it. You got to be careful with slowing down. It almost cost me, like I burnt my finger at West Kentucky. But I still think I did it right. What I'm judging is how many times I think we're going to score on them in the last 5 minutes or trips. If I say it's 15 trips, I look up the clock, looks like 15 trips. I'm trying to figure, okay, if I get 4 of those, how many do they have to make in their trips? And if it gets up, 70%, then I slow down. And I think we can hold them under a 70% finish. I think we can finish a little better than 30. We've got a lead, we win. And that's kind of what happened. Got a little too close at Western, but that's what I'm trying to do. Do I gauge it right all the time? No. And Doug will make sure he writes it when I don't. I'm just teasing them.
Hey, Coach, we heard about Don Knuckles earlier today. Any thoughts on him?
Who?
Coach Knuckles from Mullins High School.
Well, Mullins basketball, and y'all do the research because I don't know exactly what it is, but from 1950s through when he left, Mullins basketball was pretty well known. I mean, you got Sean Finney, Bill Robinette, Greg White, Mike D'Antoni, myself. I'm leaving people out. Greg White. You're talking a ton of Division I schools, coaches coming from this little town. And had the Hoosiers, before the Hoosiers in 1955, won the state championship. Little school coming up. They were they were runners up in 54, state champions in 55, semifinalists in 56, from a real small school. And then it kind of went downhill. We went through a series of coaches, and I'm getting to Coach Knuckles. And then Coach Knuckles came in Mike's senior year, and he did what other coaches had done that wasn't done in that gap. Unfortunately, I played in the gap. But Knuckles stayed at the playgrounds. Kids came to West Mullins to play at our playgrounds. And I think his greatest thing that he did, first we were declining from really great time of basketball, and then we had that down period. He was able to stop the bleed, put passion back in to players, and that they wanted to play and wanted to be good. And a lot of times that's hard to do. Some coaches have passion, but they don't transfer it to the kids. He was able to, for a long time, transfer his passion for the game to kids who benefited for years and years of Mullins. And I hate to see him go. Don, all I can say to you, buddy, as you go up there, I beat you in the last card game. Just take that with you. So, I love the guy. He's a good guy. And he did a heck of a job in Mullins. And until really he left, Mullins 7 state championships with him. Again, even in the big classes, the Huntingtons and the Charlestons, the Low Mullins was right there. So, a lot of coaches. That's a passion that he maintained at Mullins for a long time. And I'll say farewell and a super coach.
I think that's a good note to end on.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Huh?